Okay, here's a new word for you. Nomenclature. Nomenclature is just a system for naming compounds. So people actually have a system for naming their children. In the United States, it's usual that the child takes the last name of the father, right? And so the children will end up with the same last names. But then if you have blended families, you have this, slightly confusing thing. My ancestors came from Sweden, and there the daughter would take her mother's first name as her last name, and then they'd stick the word daughter on the end. And so if your mother's name was Helga, you might be Anna, Helga's daughter. Okay? And you could be Eric Johnson. Your father's name was John, and you're John's son, so you're Eric Johnson, and then your child would have the last name Erickson. So that's kind of cool, but then boys and girls had different last names, and the last names changed every generation. But that was the system that they used, right? And other countries have other systems. And so this is the same idea. It's just a system for naming. So there are different types of compounds, and so for each different type, we have a different system for naming because it's easier and more convenient that way. Just like different countries have different systems for naming children. So first we have to identify what kind of compound are we dealing with, and we already learned about this. Metals, if you see a metal in it, it's an ionic compound. If you see two or more nonmetals, it's going to be a molecular compound. Then there's two special ones, okay? So this is a little bit like Cher and Prince, or whatever he calls himself now. These two compounds are always referred to by what's known as a common name, not their systematic name. So water, H2O, I think you all probably know that one already. There is a systematic name for water. It would be dihydrogen monoxide. That sounds scary. Go home and tell your mom, we drank dihydrogen monoxide in lab today. I think I'm going to die. It's just water, right? But it's always referred to as water. And the other one is ammonia. Ammonia is NH3, and so you just have to memorize that. Okay. It also has a systematic name. It would be nitrogen trihydride. But we just call it ammonia. So, naming ionic compounds. This is a new section.